for the strength. Anxious people, from my perspective, can be very annoying because they will hold you to a standard they themselves do not meet. That's why I call it the main character syndrome. They don't know they're not meeting the standard, though. It's not intentional. But because they're so fixated on you and what they're not getting from you, or what they perceive they're not getting from you, right? That they're not even aware of their own behavior. They're not even aware of their own behavior, but they're hyper aware of your behavior, right? I can't tell you how many anxious women I've encountered who will ask something of me or get mad at me or annoyed for not doing X, Y, and Z. And then they do the same shit. But when they do it, there's this excuse. There's this very well articulated, drawn out excuse as to why they dropped the ball with that. They're not aware of it. But if you do it, it's hell to pay. Right? That is incredibly frustrating, in my experience. Incredibly frustrating. Now, I've experienced both. I don't think I've ever experienced a dismissive avoidant. I've experienced a fearful avoidant who leaned avoidant, so it was more of an avoidant vibe with that person. But like textbook dismissive avoidant, I don't think I personally experienced that in a like serious capacity. So maybe it's an unfair judgment. But yeah, that anxious shit can be tough. Can be tough, tough, tough. So the avoidant person, so they lack accountability, but what makes them unaware of that? Because they're so fixated on they're not hyper vigilant with their own behavior. They're hyper vigilant with your behavior. So they're way more aware of what you're doing than they are what they are doing. Because their focus, anxious people are kind of disconnected from themselves. They're totally fixated on you. They're totally fixated on you, right? It's part of the reason why they notice every time that you drop the ball, because you're their focus. Themselves, they're focused on what they're not getting, sure, but they're not really hyper vigilant with their own behavior. So the avoidant person drains your energy because you don't get clarity from that person, for real. You don't really get clarity. You can't really figure them out. So you waste time trying to figure them out. And that's where the energy drain is coming from. The anxious person will drain you by constantly having to explain yourself, give reassurance, talk them off the ledge. Because they also have a tendency to share every feeling that they have. I've dealt with an anxious person before where it's like, you would think Shorty was ending things, and she wasn't ending things. She was just expressing herself. And I was like, you know, you don't have to express every single thing you feel, right? Say something positive about both attachment styles. Here's the thing. When both attachment styles heal, they have a superpower, right? So the superpower of the avoidantly attached person is they can compartmentalize very well. They can compartmentalize very well, and it's a very useful skill to have, right? Superpower of the anxious person is they do love hard. They just can't control that shit. I think it's about the fact that we don't want to be misunderstood, so we over-explain. No. I mean, that's part of it. That's not what I'm talking about, though. But to your point, that's true. But I'm talking about, I felt this way, I have to share it. It's like, but do we have to talk about this, though? Like, meaning this isn't a big issue, or this is a problem that has already been solved, and yet we're now solving it again. And I don't know why we're solving it again, because we've already handled it, right? Incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. So it takes a special someone. Coach, do you know about relationship OCD? No, that's a new term for me. Is that something I should study, look into? I'll know about it tomorrow. I will go, even though I didn't Want to? Well, ghosting, you can kind of control that, right? Like you can stop ghosting people. Creating distance, I get. Ghosting is an entirely different thing. That's very controllable. I think communicating our feelings calms our nervous system. Right. Right. But it makes the other person anxious. So you're just transferring that anxiety to the other party. You're not getting rid of it yourself. You're like, I don't want this. You hold it. And it's like, I was chilling though. That's your shit. You do it. Why am I responsible for that? What's your experience with women in mood swings? How common is it? Depends on the woman and how well she can emotionally regulate. But yeah, I mean, just about any woman you're gonna deal with that. But men do the same thing. Like we're more alike than we are unalike. To be honest with you, I heard people talk about like hypergamy with women. I'm like, men have their own version of that, right? You will fucking fry a red pillar's brain if you say that. Look at Kevin Hart. That's like the hypergamy from like a man's perspective, right? What did he do? Was with his wife, who was very average looking, what he could get at the time, married her, had children. Then his success rocket took off. And when that happened, you know what? I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going to go get this racially ambiguous woman who is a lot younger and beautiful. Sounds a lot like hypergamy, doesn't it? Very similar. Very, very, very similar. How to date bald and young? You just do it, brother. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Is that stopping you, or are you trolling me? Which is the case? If you're trolling me, you're a loser, and that's going to be a problem with dating because women tend to not like those. But if you're being serious, you just date. Why is that stopping you? Throw a hat on. I like the way you talk. I don't know if that's weird to say. I get that a lot, Tony. It's I do have a way with words. I appreciate you. Yeah, bro, that shouldn't stop you unless you have a weird head shape, man. I mean, obviously, I was blessed. Huh? Look at this. Check this out. Blessed. But not every man. I have a homeboy who's bald. Head is doing this. Shit is doing this. Hopefully, he's not watching. I apologize if you are exposing the shape of your head. But it kind of coalesces into a cone at the top. Quite the sight to behold. Noticed it the day I met him. I said, huh. Your parents should have threw you in a helmet, big dog. You should have because you can mold that shit as an infant. As an infant, you can mold that shit. You just cram their head into a helmet. And then the shit, the shit is soft, right? So you can mold it. But nope. Shit doing this. You got the Illuminati symbol on the tippy top. So, not everybody has the shape for it. If you don't have the shape for it, you might gotta fly to Turkey. Honestly, it's not gonna be a problem for the most part. Unless you got the Neodome, where you got extra floors to your shit. You got the skyscraper forehead type of ordeal. You should be fine. And if you're saying that women, like you're bald at 19, just landed. Jesus Christ. Bald at 19 is tough. I went bald at 23, but I chose to be bald. My shit was receding, but I had another few years in me. I just didn't give a fuck, so I just took the top off, right? I was in a relationship, so I was safe. I didn't have to deal with the young women. But it wouldn't have stopped me, though, because it's like coworkers were going. So I didn't have a problem with it. Here's what will save you, is to understand what women are attracted to. They're taking in the totality of who you are in terms of they're weighing multiple variables at once. They're not just getting with you off of one particular thing. Even though that kind of happens too, but you get what I'm saying. They're taking in, focus on vibe. If you focus on vibe and you don't have anything that's holding you back to a serious degree, meaning you're putting on deodorant and washing your nutsack, which you have to say to some men for some fucking reason, You're taking care of your hygiene. What's up, Kiana? You're dressing relatively well, right? Hitting the barbershop, getting half off because of the missing. You get what I'm saying? Uh, Focus on the vibe. Vibe is king when it comes to attraction. Vibe is king. Just have a good time. Create a good experience. If you do that, you will be just fine. You will be just fine. That's where you should focus the majority of your attention, is just vibing out, man. Vibing out. If they enjoy you, you will have no problems. Because that song, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Girls just want to have fun. That shit, more true than it is false. More true than it is false. They typically want to have a good time. And if you can provide that, more specifically, if you can provide that just from the experience of you and not, depend on anything external. Like if you can get to a place where you can go to a coffee shop on a date and then like have shorty laughing and really enjoying herself, that you've struck gold. You figured it out. Congratulations. Most men cannot do that. I've seen women say, coffee dates are boring. I don't want to. You ain't been on a coffee date with me. I have you in stitches. We have a good time in this coffee shop. We have a blast. I'm going on coffee shop dates more than I'm going on any other date in my life. Have you ever been anxious? Hold on. What did you say? Ever been anxious, attached person yourself? Yes. I was anxiously attached, but I've never been extremely anxiously attached though. This is a spectrum. There are some people who are extreme with it. There are some anxiously attached people where if you just are consistent with them and offer reassurance, they're good. They don't really have a problem. So they're like moderately anxious. Then there's like the extreme ones where it's like no matter how good you treat them, they're going to find a problem. Because they don't just have a fear of abandonment, they're assuming you will abandon them. So they're projecting that on you and they're just finding shit to complain about. They're finding problems. I've dealt with that as well. We got ball superheroes too. Don't let the body let you down. Right. I am failing to ask, but am I not okay in my relationship? Hold on. I'm failing to ask, but I am not okay in my relationship. Want to call in, love? Eating this chicken and waffle so quick before my kids come. You got it again? You know what's funny? I got it. When did I get it? I forgot. I got it 2 days in a row. The Chick-fil-A joint. 2 days in a row. Ran back. Wore some sunglasses too because I wanted to be incognito. I was praying, please don't let that motherfucker from yesterday be here today, Lord. Because the last thing I want to hear is like, oh, somebody likes that new sandwich. Oh, you ruined it. You weren't supposed to call that out. I was going to get that like fake glasses with the fake nose and the mustache and that bitch. Yes, I would like, I heard you have a new item I've not tried ever in my life. I would like to have, what's it called again? The chicken and waffle sandwich? Let me get that. They do fuck my name up every time I go, though. They call me Marquette all the time. It pisses me off, but just think about it for a second. I love him, but he too far. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I'm that one person that doesn't care. Yes, it's me again. No, I care about shit like that. I remember being at a theme park with my homeboy. It was the first time I had a churro. And I said, this shit's delicious. Gobble that shit up. I said, I want another one. But I'm not going back to that cart. There should be another one 2 miles that way. Let's go find that one. Because the last thing I want is someone making a big deal over how much I like churros now. Chick-fil-A is a 30-second walk from my job. I hear you. Well, you have to run it back then. You got to run it back. I seen people like the food reviewers shitting on it like, oh, the waffle was stale or soggy. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. It's just delicious. Okay. How long after someone hasn't responded should you be concerned given they're going through life issues? Well, how long has it been? Let's start there. I don't want to give you like an arbitrary amount of time. Like, how long has it been? To my wife, and she immediately went and got one too. Oh, she got a Chick-fil-A chicken, the chicken and waffle joint. Yeah, like 3 days. How long have I been dealing with each other, and what is she going through, or what is he or she going through, or they? 5 months. Are y'all in a relationship? All right, new live goal. Let's get the lights to 20K if you don't mind, people. We hit 10K. Yay, y'all did it. Now, can we get to 20? I promise I'm not going to keep raising the number. I just want to, you know. Is it wrong to leave a man who, hold on. Is it wrong to leave a man who stays with his mother and sees something wrong, even you have a kid too? Is it wrong to leave a man who stays with his mother and sees something wrong, even you have a kid too? I don't really get your question, Ginger. You might want to call in, love. If you want to call in, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I'll bring you up. He lives with his mother. Okay, got that. And sees something wrong. What is he seeing wrong? The fact that you have a child? Or is he the one with the child? They forgot the syrup today. I'm going to file a complaint. See, I ate both of mine with no syrup. They got syrup infused in the waffle. Syrup is not needed. Yes to what, Ginger? I gave multiple options. What does he see wrong? Yes, we're dating long distance, but it's a pretty serious issue. I mean, you can send a text just to check in. I just check on you. I know you're going through it. Thinking of you, something like that. That's fine. As long as that's not a consistent pattern. Making his mother a priority in what way? This is why I tell you to call in, because I'm going to have to ask you like 10 more questions. I don't think y'all realize how complicated some of these situations are, how many details I need. It's hard to do this in the chat. So, if you want to call in, hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I'll bring you up. That would be my preference. That would be my preference. Okay. I have, but I don't want to be overbearing. I texted after 3 days of nothing. He still isn't. Okay, we'll just give it space. If it's really a serious issue, give it some space. Try to like regulate yourself in the meantime and not think about it. Keep yourself busy. But if we're talking about like a week or so passes with no response, then you might just gotta move on. I feel when they make you wait, they aren't as interested. No, it depends on the context. Like she said, he's going through something heavy. So we have to see. How do you know if you're attractive? Just your experience of reality, right? Has reality shown you that you're attractive? Do people seem to be attracted to you? You seem to be attractive from your profile pic. I don't think you have a problem. I just saw your face though, so I don't know what the build looks like. Because I've been surprised by some builds. Like, whoa, that's what was under your neck? I just saw from here to the chin. I didn't know after the chin, shit got crazy. Shit got crazy when we got past that chin. Whoa. I've seen a. This woman looks phenomenal now, by the way, because she lost a lot of weight. I've seen a woman hide her stomach in another room. Does it make sense when I say it that way? Let me explain. She took a picture by the door frame in the bathroom. And then she hit her stomach. It was like from the side. And she hit her stomach beat like behind the door frame. I said, you put your stomach on the couch to take this picture? Who do you think you're fooling? Who do you think you're fooling? Huh? You're big everywhere, not just your stomach. That's the biggest part, but still. I know what's back. I know what's behind that wall. Stomach. What are we doing? But she leaned down nicely. It's actually a friend of my mother's who was weirdly handsy. Well, my mother and her went to high school together. They're not friends, but he was kind of pursuing. It was weird. The AI photos are sus too. Listen, I don't know if we got anybody in the chat like that. If we're using AI photos, I need you to stop. I need you to understand how people perceive it. I need you to understand how people perceive it. Don't do it. Don't have an AI photo as your profile pic. Please. Please, 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 please. Because everyone knows that it's AI. And it is the equivalent of Shorty hiding her stomach in the bedroom. I'm just telling you this out of love. If you got the AI profile pic, everyone knows. It's not fooling anyone. Nobody's looking at that being like, well, that's certainly not AI. No, they know immediately that it's AI. And it's the equivalent of hiding your stomach in the bedroom. Okay? Just like the assumption is you using AI for a profile pic, therefore you must be really fucked up in real life. That's the assumption. And I don't want y'all to be assumed in that way. You might as well go ahead and lead with being chopped. I would rather you be chopped, cross-eyed, snag a tooth, all types of shit, double chin, than you have an AI profile. That's worse. That's worse. Okay? There was a chick who called in, bro. There was a chick who called in not too long ago. And she was like, yeah, I'm having a problem dating. First off, I'm a very beautiful woman. Very stunning, beautiful woman. I hear it all the time. In my mind, I'm like, well, obviously that's not true, because why are you selling it so hard? Selling it way too hard for me. So I know there's a flaw there somewhere. And she had like an AI photo. So I'm giving her, appreciate you, Layla. I'm giving her all this advice. Good advice too. You know how I get down. Quick with the blam blams. I'm nice with the shit. Bing bow. I'm gonna hit you with that advice real quick. It's gonna be high quality where you can't get it anywhere else online, especially not TikTok. The motherfuckers up here suck. Y'all been in their lives. They suck. Suck ass. All of them. Not a one I respect. No shade. Kind of shade. I don't give a fuck. None of them are good. But I will say this. Shorty kept talking about how beautiful she was. I gave her a lot of advice. I went to her profile. What's that piece of meat they put on the beginning of Flintstone? I know that I'm aging myself. You know when Flintstones come on and the car tips over? Because that big ass piece of rib they put on top of the shit? The car flips. 20K, we did it, Ladybug. Appreciate you. She was built like that. Big as hell, man. Big as hell. And I'm like, oh, everything I told you, forget that, Stairmaster. Everything I told you, forget that, Stairmaster. That's the answer to any question you're going to ask. What are we talking about, bro? Handle that shit first. Handle that shit first. What are we doing? No, Kiana, the artist was another one. Kiana's referring to another woman who did the same shit. She was anonymous, though. She was like, I'm a very beautiful woman. Then she like sent me a picture of her in her DMs. I jokingly told her, I'm gonna need to see a pic. I'm gonna need to put some eyes on it. You talking a big game right now. Let me see. She was like, I got you. And I saw the pic. Come on, man. Come on, man. And then Shorty was like, am I not as beautiful as I said? Because I didn't respond. I didn't respond out of kindness because I tend to tell the truth. So if I know the truth is going to hurt, I tend to just, I don't like lying, right? She was like, am I not as beautiful as I said I was? Not even close. Way off, actually. Way off. I'm not even like being mean or trying to make a joke. I'm just stating like an objective fact. I'm having a lot of problem with the word as. Not as beautiful. Hold on, we can remove as. As can be removed from that sentence. Because even as, the word as there has implications. Like you're still within the range. What's that? That Vince McMahon meme? He's like crying. He's like, yeah, just shut off the cameras. I can't do it. So, but you ain't got to. Why are you setting yourself up for failure? You see people on the For You page, right? They'll be like, attractive people like myself, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, why'd you set yourself up for that? Because now you know all the comments going to shit on your looks. Don't do that. No, that's not necessary. Why'd you set yourself up for that? The baddest ones don't say anything about their beauty. It's just like an assumed fact, you know? It's not something that has to be verbally expressed. You feel me? Also, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can ask me anything. I'm here to solve any problem that you have. Hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I will bring you up and solve your issue. I don't know. I don't like to show pictures of me. I stick to going to the same places. It's like people don't know I probably exist. Jesse, are you a man or a woman? You wrote that like a woman, so I don't want to make any assumptions though. Are you a man or a woman? I don't know who be lying to these people. You have to know. Even if the whole world, like if the whole world told me I have hair, I'm not going to be like, maybe I do have hair. I got eyes, motherfucker. I see pure scalp when I look at my face. Pure scalp. Huh? So I was going to say that men are telling, but you should also have eyes and see that ain't what's going on right there. You know? It is a very interesting phenomenon. Knuckles, watch some fingers, brother, because they keep saying you're requesting. I know you don't mean to ask anything. Social media contributes greatly to the delusion. But if you see something you like, what are you referring to? Did you answer my question about whether you're a man or a woman? Because that was meant to be answered, by the way. Till I get that information, I cannot answer anything else that you ask. She's in her mid-30s. Who? Jesse? So this is a woman I'm talking to. Okay. Well, thank you for answering. Why the fuck didn't she answer? All right. The question is, do you smile and approach it? I don't know. If your experience of going to the same place over and over again is that people treat you like you don't exist, there's an aesthetic problem there somewhere. Shy women get approached all the time. And I can't see you, so I don't know what to work on. But there's definitely an aesthetic concern. So I would focus there and optimize what can be optimized. And then also work on your energy. So like, be pleasant. You can engage people. There's nothing wrong with that. Work on that. Social animals, you should be capable of engaging people. Shyness is just fear. Fear does not serve you. Make sense? All right, good talk. Good talk. Appreciate the likes, people. Appreciate the likes. What are the most important characteristics a woman should look for? One of the most important qualities you're looking for is whether or not you can trust the person, right? So honesty plays into trust. Loyalty plays into trust. Like character traits like that. Then after that, it's really just a vibe thing, man. Do you enjoy the person? If you want to go upstream from that answer, you're looking for the person moves in good faith. Can't trust anybody? You can trust people. I'm not saying give them your social security number. I just mean they probably won't cheat on you. Alyssa Acosta. I don't know. When I saw you, I thought you were There was like a video vixen with the last name Acosta. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Forgive me if I'm not. Rosa Acosta, isn't that her name? Where the old heads around my age. Rosa Acosta, you know what I'm talking about? Bad in the motherfucker. Cousin of yours, perhaps? Can you make the introduction? How you handle conflict resolution? I mean, it just depends, man. Like, I would need to know what the conflict is about. It's going to be dealt with differently depending on what you're dealing with. I mean, you can pull from the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. One way to navigate conflict is to seek first to understand, then to be understood. One thing that like elevates conflict is the fact that people want to be the one who's understood. You should probably understand the other person's, like really get curious about their perspective. I'm Googling Rosa Acosta as I'm talking to you because I forgot. Yeah, bad in a bitch. I think she's definitely a bird though. I think I saw her on Instagram not too long ago, like on a podcast or something, and I heard her talk, and I'm like, oh, Tweety, bird, full bird. Not half bird, full, genetically full bird. Big bird. Sesame Street type vibes. It's very alarming to see a woman who's like that old who's still a bird. How are you still in the nest? I don't get it. Makes no sense to me. Anyway. But, I mean, you said she, not he, she was a video vixen. But some video vixens aren't like that. Well, I know strippers who ain't birds. They got a fat old ass and they like to shake it and get paid for it. But up here, they're not. They have their wits about them. They may be outliers given the profession, but I do know some who are like that. Pretty intelligent people sometimes. Happy Thursday. Who y'all talking about? Everybody. Ayana. I've never seen a stripper bird. There's a lot of those out there for sure. You haven't seen many strippers then. But a lot of them are very intelligent. Can also be fiercely loyal. It's so interesting how many variables. Like you would think someone who does that is like just doesn't have any good character qualities. No, some of them can be fiercely loyal. Just depends on the situation, man. Depends on the situation.
Hello?
What's going on?
Not much. I accidentally pressed the button again. I'm multitasking, so.
You're good. I'm gonna take you down. You have a good
Sorry
one.
about that.
You're fine.
Okay.
I figured with like the background noise, it wasn't intentional. How you know? How do I know what? How do I know what? Because I forgot what I was talking about. ADHD moment. Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I fear I've done something ridiculous.
Uh-oh.
But let me explain. Okay, so I was talking to this guy, and things were like really, really good. And then he started getting like kind of distant. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know what this is. And it went on for about like 2 weeks before I was like, I'm gonna cut it off, right? So I cut it off. And it's been like 3 months. And I was like, let me reach out. Because I'm doing this thing where if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it and not be too prideful. You know, life is short.
Right.
But I hit him up. Then he's like, oh, when are you free to talk? So I talked to him. He was like, oh, well, did you stop talking to me because I was being distant? And I got the it because I was like, you knew the whole time. For some reason in my mind, I was like, oh, he doesn't know.
Right.
He knew the whole time. So now he's like talking to me more and, trying to hang out and things like that. So my thing is, and I might sound ridiculous for asking, like, I don't know if I should just see it through or just like cut it off.
So, how old are you two?
I'm 30.
Okay. And how
I
did y'all?
just turned 30.
Okay. Fresh 30. How did y'all meet?
Fresh 30. Yes.
How did y'all meet?
How did we meet? We met on Hinge.
How old is he?
Yeah.
Is he 30 as well, or older, younger?
He's like 37.
Okay. All right. 37. Met on Hinge. And how long were y'all dating?
We were dating for like 3 months.
And when you said that he was distant, like, how did that manifest? What specifically happened?
It went from like calling me every night and like texting throughout the day to like calling me once a week and like maybe 3 texts throughout the day.
How frequently did y'all see one another?
We saw each other about like once a week. But that last month, so once a week during the first 2 months, and then that last month, it was like, but he went on a trip. He went out of the country. That last month, we didn't see each other pretty much at all.
Okay. Like, how long was the trip?
That trip was like 4 days.
Right. So, not nearly as long as a month is, right? Okay.
I'm saying.
So, when you had that conversation with him, did he like attempt to explain himself in any way?
He did. He said that he was, and I'm just summing it up and just being very blunt. He said he was just juggling a lot of women.
Okay. So what is your goal?
I think my goal is trying to just see, I don't know, I guess see it through, but then again, I kind of already got my answer.
What does see it through mean?
Like, kind of see where it goes.
Where would you like it to go?
I would like it to go into a relationship because he is a really cool person and I feel like our chemistry is really great, but yeah, I think I pretty much got the ick from he knew he was being distant and then like juggling the women.
I mean, the problem here is you getting the ick is what is making your decision. The ick should not be the main reason why you decide not to deal with this person. So you have like someone who you are seemingly vetting for a relationship who's admitting to you that not only is he juggling multiple women and he's just admitting it to you, right? So that kind of gives you insight as to what role you occupy in his life, how he sees you. But also, in the process of doing so, he cut communication with you. So this should be like a principled decision, not a ick decision. It should be like, oh, you're not the type of person to be in a relationship with. Not, well, you told me you juggle women and I got the ick. And given that I have the ick, I may not deal with you anymore, right? Like, it should be a logical decision. The logic is, if you want a relationship, then the person has to be worthy of a relationship. And what he admitted to you disqualifies him for being worthy of a relationship, at least with you.
That's true. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, you know, what you're saying, obviously, but it's just like sometimes, like, when you're in the thick of it, like, your mind is just like, okay, well, I don't know, but that's definitely true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. That's all it is. Because you don't want to fall into the trap of just getting with people based off of chemistry alone. That's a losing strategy. You have to factor in compatibility as well. right? You're on the same compatibility. You're on the same page. You have shared values, moving with some degree of intention, right? And then that's not something you mentioned in this conversation. You mentioned chemistry. You can like a person, but you just get with people who you just like. You have a bad time because just liking them isn't important. Because what if you did get into a relationship and then as relationships happen, there's going to be seasons where you don't like the person, right? And if you're only with them because you like them and you're in a season where you don't like them that much, what happens? You leave because there's no reason to be there anymore.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. I just I don't know. But thank you.
No problem, love. Best of luck to you. Get off the maps.
Oh, I'm off. Been
off.
off.
All right. I'm watching you. I got my ear to the ground. Got little birdies everywhere. I'm watching you. Get off of
Hey,
Hinge.
y'all not gonna see me on there.
All
Not
right.
Hinge, not any of them. Over it.
All right, love. Well, best of luck to you, all right?
Thank you. You too.
You have a good one. All right. Told y'all get off them apps, man. Y'all gonna listen to me one day. Get off of them apps. Because women get surprised. Because we all know the attractive men are the only ones you're matching with on the app. And that's true for attractive women and unattractive women. You're all matching with the attractive men because they'll knock anything down a lot of the time. Not all the time. Not all the time. A lot of the time, though. They'll knock anything down, right? So someone who is that desirable wouldn't need an app to meet people. So if they're up there, more than likely, 8 times out of 10. 8 times out of 10, it's just a meat market. I know a few people it worked out for, though. Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen. You know, there are survivors during plane crashes sometimes. Doesn't mean that I'm going to take my risk. You know? So, I wouldn't bet on it. Also, you have to factor in, like, it annoys me sometimes. Not you, love. You're making me think of it. I'll make videos about, it was a good one on the Big Hills. Hey, give my credit. Give my credit. Very good analogy. Analogy king right here. But people be like, I met my husband or wife 8 years ago on a dating app, so it works. And it's like, well, you're not factoring in the fact that dating apps progressively get worse year after year. Pre-COVID, workable. Post-COVID, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They get worse year over year. I met my ex on Tinder. Long time ago. Back when you lied about how you met each other. Because dating apps was weird. We had a whole origin story. You know? How can you tell the difference between somebody wanting access to you versus wanting you? Time. Time reveals all. Also, if you set boundaries or maybe tell them no, if they just want access to you, then they're probably not going to stick around long.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
So I just have an opinion about apps.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great dating tool. I have a couple of friends that have met significant others on dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
But
Hold on, Danny, you can bring her back up. My apologies, love. Normally we don't take comments, but considering how few callers we have, I'll take it. I'll allow it. Just request back up really quickly and I'll bring you back up. Okay, 5 seconds to request back up. And I'll bring you back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If she's not in the queue, okay. Moving on. Maya. You. What's going on?
What's up? I feel like it's been
so long.
Yeah, I should be seeing you and saying, "Oh, I miss you from Dallas. I
I
miss
do.
you."
Hold on, let me turn my camera off.
Why you turn your camera off for?
Because I busted my head this morning. I just
How?
look wild.
Who'd you headbutt?
I didn't headbutt nobody. I don't head. Do I look like I headbutt?
I don't know, Maya. I don't
I
know.
think headbutting people got a certain look. You might have
I
to do
feel
it.
like someone might can get you there. Just go ahead real quick. Right in the nose.
Yeah. First of all, I do plan on meeting. I did not discard y'all. I
Okay.
for sure plan to be at Mardi Gras. I'm just trying to settle with Carnival.
Settle?
Anyways, I don't know. I don't know
Are you
how I
suing?
feel about the Carnival.
Are you suing Carnival?
No, I'm not suing. I just I haven't been on a cruise yet, so I be listening to everybody.
Uh-huh.
Like when they say, "Don't do this," well, I'm not gonna do it.
No, the Carnival Valor, I think is how you pronounce it. That's different. And it's also, you gotta consider the season that we're going. We're going to February. This ain't like middle of the summer. Are you trying to avoid like ratchetness?
No.
What are
You
avoiding?
know what my biggest concern is? It's not that part. It's really like when I go on vacation, it's hard for me to choose because I gotta pick a place. I went to school for interior design, so like all of that stuff is what really matters to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I see cruises and I see the rooms, I'm like this looks like the 90s.
You gotta drop that coin, man. But you're going for the people, not
drop
the.
it for me.
You're going for the people. Not, I can't drop it for you, Maya. I can't do it.
You're right. Which is why I'll see y'all at Mardi Gras, and that's really where we can bond.
I'm down for that. Some people are just going to
Some
come to.
daiquiris and crawfish and some char-grilled oysters. You guys will love it, and I know my way around there.
How often do you go to New Orleans?
I used to go pretty often. I went to LSU, so I just would go down there.
That's right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's definitely do that. Yeah, you don't gotta get on the ship. I mean, I prefer if you did.
I'm not saying absolutely not. I haven't said that yet.
Well, I mean, I take that as a no because you said absolutely for Dallas.
That's what you said.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. No, don't do that because I would hate. I did not want to pay for that and not go. So let's not bring it back up. I didn't want to do that.
I got to keep bringing it back up until I see you in person so I can like feel reassured.
You think I wanted to do that?
Till I feel reassured. When I see you in person, that's when I'm going to be like, oh, she does love us.
Ooh,
But I'll never
Express
bring it
said
up
if
again.
you went to LSU, then Carnival is easy, girl. What you trying to say?
So, Brenda, you on the same type of time? Are you going to come to Mardi Gras and link up with us there?
Because Mardi Gras is definitely going to be lit. We going under the bridge. We going with the locals.
That's what I'm trying to do. I did that last time. I was there for a black film festival. And the guy, he ran like a party bus. There was some strip that was like, it wasn't Bourbon Street. It was another one there that the locals used.
That's a few. There's like the main, St. Charles, and then you go down Magazine. It just really depends on what vibe you want to be on.
Okay.
Bourbon Street, that's just for the wild.
Mm-hmm. French
But
Quarter.
everybody's got to experience it.
Mm-hmm. French Quarter, I think that's what it was. That sounds very familiar.
Everything's in the French Quarter. I don't know. It all kind of blend after a while when you're lit. So maybe that's just my outlook.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the cruise too, though. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm definitely looking forward to the cruise just because of all the people who are going to show up. So you don't have a frame of reference. That it's like we have. Like the dope thing about Dallas was the moment people entered the Airbnb, people connected immediately. There wasn't that like warming up period that you normally experience around like strangers or people you're meeting, because there's like some sort of parasocial element to it where you kind of know people already even though you haven't met in the flesh.
Yeah,
So-
that's what I was excited for. And I'm going to be jealous when we when I meet you guys out there and y'all are like, oh, about Dallas. It's like, I wasn't
Exactly.
there.
I'm trying to make sure we keep, new blood coming in, people meeting. 'Cause I want to avoid like the clicking up thing, but you could definitely tell the difference between people who stay in the Airbnb from people who
I bet.
came out to like the meetup in Dallas. And
Right.
it's not even like on no intentional shit. It's just you spent so much time with
No,
these
it's
people.
okay. I'll let you guys do that. It's fine.
No, I'm going to harass you. I'm going to be in your face. We got a lot to talk about. Whole lot to
Yeah,
talk
we
about.
do have a lot to talk about. We still haven't talked about anything. I'm keeping it in my notebook. Lately, I haven't been wanting to get judged by your viewers.
Really?
Is
that
yeah,
right?
I don't know what's happening in me because I normally don't care.
Yeah. I was about to say, they ain't the Maya I know.
I know.
You
It's
come up
like
here
I'm
saying whatever.
becoming a grown woman.
See, I got shame now. I'm grown.
Yeah, like
hilarious.
y'all can't shame me. I can't take that. Okay.
So what can you share? Is it still an active situation?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Y'all just might call me Delulu. I might be. I don't know that I'm ready to come to terms with. Well, I'm not Delulu. It's just like some red flags. It is. Some red flags. We've been doing well though, but I got PTSD. I come to realize from these relationships, cause old dude from like 6 years ago, I had told you about that. He came back in my life after he ghosted me. I was like, is this a curse? Because dude that I'm talking to now, things were going all well, and then all of a sudden, we didn't talk for a full week. And that just threw me off like that. Like, mind fucked me almost, because I was just kind of like, what the heck? Like, all the stuff we've been talking about, kids and marriage and da-da-da. But it seems like it's just come down to him being an avoidant. And I think I heard you talking about this the other night, where you're just like, you kind of have to not accept, but like realize this is the person you're dealing with and how to deal with it.
Right.
So, yeah, definitely learning how to deal with him. I know me and you agreed that I'm more on the like anxious side, but I feel anxious in this relationship. I think other situations, it's not typical for me because I'm just like still pulling it out of myself to like be extra rather than be another avoidant in a relationship when he needs me to be that person that's like pulling him in, if that makes sense. I don't know.
I don't know if I agree with that thought process. He needs you to be the person.
Maybe not need. Yeah, I knew you was gonna call me on that last one. I was like, Maya, hush. Stop talking.
Yeah, you don't want to have that frame. Like, I have to be anxious because otherwise the avoidant would leave. So what's the problem?
Yeah.
No, you can't do that.
It's me here in his life.
Can't do
What
that.
is he gonna do without me?
I will tell you, one of the issues with being anxious is what are you talking about? People keep messaging me. It's annoying. One of the most problematic things that anxious people do for themselves is they get so fixated on keeping the person they never take a second to ask if they should even be in the situation to begin with.
Oh, I feel that. But I will say, I think, like, me and you have had a whole call over this. I think I've been putting, like, at least this time around, like, that constant thought into it of just kind of reassessing and making sure, is this still something I want? Like, is this worthwhile? But yeah, that's, I could say it's going well, but I still need to see more action.
Right. I get it. When y'all went a week without talking, was it like after conflict or just randomly?
Nah, he was mad because I wasn't responding to him on a Sunday. It's like, dude, I was cleaning and I was asleep. I don't know what to tell you. 9 times out of 10, my arguments start because I was not responding and I was asleep. I sleep.
I work and I sleep. Like, I'm not doing anything else.
That's
I
that.
promise.
You still taking ADHD medication?
I ain't took it in a minute.
No, you gotta take that. You know how we get tired.
I know, and that would really help this. I know it would.
Yeah, we get tired. My default setting is tired. So
I just read something about how like caffeine does the opposite for us, and I was like, I've been saying this my whole life.
yeah,
I can drink 3 cups of coffee before bed, and I'd be cool. But yeah,
Right.
no, that's another. And you know what? He's very kind and thoughtful about these things. He asked me like, have I spoke to my psychiatrist about what he can do to be more supportive? Which I was like, wow, nobody's ever asked me that. So I see the effort, but it's just some things. It's like,
and the main
so I had to pull away a little bit. I had to stop cooking for him.
why?
Because he didn't talk to me for a week. I can't reward that type of
Okay,
performance.
okay. Like how long ago did this occur?
It's been about a couple weeks now.
Oh, you can get back in the kitchen now, Maya. You can definitely go whip it up. You can get back. You can get back in
I
there
don't.
now.
I don't think he deserved. Mark, my food's good. I can see if I just made
I
like
know it
Alfredo.
is. I've seen the secret IG you have.
Yeah, so you can't just give that to everybody.
That's why we needed you in the B&B. Do you understand how all this connects?
Y'all were assigning somebody else to cook
I don't give a
before.
fuck about that. It's best man wins.
Okay.
Who got the better
Yeah,
IG with
see,
the
that's
picture
the
on it?
thing. I'm not into competing. I'm tired of competing.
You ain't gotta compete. I'm
Eva,
I'ma
yes,
be the
that's what I
judge.
took it as. And when we talked about it, he's got some mentor he spoke to that basically was like, you need to deal with your feelings better or whatever. Like, that's not how you do that. And I told him, it's time to go to therapy. It's time for me to go to therapy too. I'm not trying to just tell anybody else what they need. I need therapy too. But yeah, I think in his mind it was, which was like, scary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he thought that was
So
he
when
even told me that in that timing he felt like I should hit him up. And
do you not?
no, I didn't. Cause what?
I mean, like in general.
Once I realized you.
Oh, he
ignored
was
me
saying that
today,
you should hit him up during that week long phase where he goes.
yeah, that
Okay.
he was ghosting me to check on him. Like I wasn't concerned about him. That's when. Hold on, this is the week before Dallas that this happened. This is why I'm telling y'all, I'm ready. But I think I was so stressed, I got the flu.
Mm-hmm. All right,
But something happened.
that makes sense. Why do you think he's avoiding? Just
Okay.
because of the week long stretch? Is that the only data point that leads you to believe that he's avoidantly attached?
No, I've been told you he's avoidantly attached. Mind you, we've been knowing each other since 2024.
Right.
This is the one that you told me, like, I don't know if I see a future here, but you can get your practice in. That's how I took your advice.
That sounds like something I would actually say straightforward to you.
You had said that at first, and then later you were like, oh no, it's sounding pretty good. Like, we'll see. And then here I am. It's a roller coaster. So, I'm sorry, Chad. I'm not even really calling for advice. Like, this is just an ongoing.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, I forgot some of the details of your situation. It's been a while. But I have to review the notes.
We have to have another talk.
But yes, we do. You could have did that in Dallas. I'm gonna leave you alone about Dallas. I'm gonna leave you alone about
If
it.
you wanted me contagious and all,
I got
there.
sick anyway.
that's
Me,
unfortunate.
Hannah, Eva, who else got sick? Danny.
Well, who had it? Who was somebody brought
I
it?
said you got a voodoo doll. Given your experience in New Orleans, you just sneezing on that shit.
Me?
Yes. Not intentionally,
even-
but you got the voodoo doll. You got a bald head voodoo doll and you sneezing on it. And I'm like, damn it, Maya. Damn it,
No,
Maya.
that came from your other supporter that came out. I can't say her name.
Relax.
You know when they get up there, they start carrying suds.
Gotta relax. You gotta shh.
All right.
But
bye, y'all.
no, don't leave. But I don't. Yeah, we gotta see how it develops. That's all I can say.
I did say that, like, I don't know, I was talking to my mom about it. She's like, if something does happen, my mom loves him. I don't know what's wrong with her. She's like, y'all would need therapy. I was like, oh yeah, for sure. But like, he needs independent therapy. Suds, Miss Lemon. Like, you don't remember SpongeBob when everybody was getting sick with the suds?
Right.
And he's like turning gray and sick.
There's a SpongeBob reference for everything. But yeah, I mean, see how it plays out. It don't seem like an extreme avoidance situation. It seems like it's just more so petty to me. Especially with him saying that you could have reached out. It don't sound like an avoidant situation. That sounds like that's damn near an anxious. That's like a protest behavior. Damn near. Y'all might be too fearful avoidant.
You know what? Because that's one thing I've been to. Because he been like, you ain't been too affectionate when you see me. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I was intimidated to do that before because you don't come off that way. And I said, but lately you've been, coming out of your comfort zone, being more affectionate. And I was like, I'm just not used to this. I love it, but I'm trying to get used to it. Because I did not know you were this way. Like, someone who is so, I came off avoidant for a long time. But now I think I'm starting to realize, like, especially you complaining about me going this little time without texting you. I mean, that day it was like, you know how Sundays are. It's reset day. Like, I'm doing stuff.
Right.
You're out riding a bike. I'm not bothering you. Like, yeah, it's just, so it's like, I do think he is a little anxious. He does have a little bit of that. Because when he complains about things to me, I'd be like, are you serious? Like, I didn't even know you was like this.
Hey, it might be that fearful avoidant love, baby. Too fearful avoidance. And if that's the case,
that's hell.
Best of luck. Stay prayed up. Stay prayed up. Because
we're going to have to go to church.
You're going to have to get baptized twice.
Oh.
Weekly deliverance.
I need to talk to God about it. I need to talk to God. I need to do one of those removal prayers just to make sure.
You ain't done that yet? I get it. When I really like somebody, I don't do it either. I'm like,
Did it on purpose.
Next week, I'll do it. I'll do it next week.
Give me just a couple more days. So, or you can leave him alone. You do it. No, I'm kidding. All right.
All right, Ma. We're going to talk again soon, love.
Gotcha. Bye, chat.
All right, dear. See why I wanted Maya in the building, man? See how pleasant she is? Imagine that in the B&B for the people who went. You're getting SpongeBob references left and right. And good cooking. What was that meal we had that was like cool but not that great? It was the first one. Took us forever to get. Maya has great energy. Shiv, are you transcribing the things that I say, or was that like an actual opinion of yours? I was super hungry for that first meal. I was damn near about to be unpleasant myself. Like, damn, Danny and CJ, what happened? Y'all got abducted? Thought y'all got sex trafficked. But it was the restaurant's fault. Not Danny's or CJ's. If I had to blame somebody, I would blame CJ. The mac with the peas, it had to have been peas in it. That green shit had to have been peas. I said, black people cook this? With peas in it? It wasn't bad. It was still delicious. Just appreciate the plate. But that peach cobbler, though, shit was smacking. Smacking. Wish I took some of that home. I ain't gonna hold you. Smacking. Yeah, people are stupid. I never had no peas and macaroni. I cried throwing it away at the end. Yeah, bro, that was worth the tear. I ain't even had the other shit like the pecan pie and the cookies. All pecan related for some reason. Started watching because of Malik. Who was that? Pecan everything, right? Sounds like raisin and potato salad. Mister, you coming to the cruise? I've been trying to convince people from overseas to come to the cruise. People overseas fuck with me. They fuck with your boy heavy. Heavy. UK, fucking Ireland, shit like that. I'm like, come on, bro. Come through. Come through. Gentrified barbecue, right? Right. Danny, we might gotta hit London, bro. For reasons I cannot share with the chat, but we might gotta hit London. Can't wait. Can't wait for what? You coming with us, Hannah? Hannah, you can tag along with me and Danny's travels. Just so you know. You're also invited. You're also... Oh, the cruise. Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about... me and Danny popping out to Cali. November, I think we agreed to. We agreed on. Popping out to Cali. I told Zach to come with us, Danny. He was like, no, bro, I got a project to work on because I got to save up for more tank tops. I was like, all right, bro. Tank tops ain't important right now, man. It's bonding time. Faith over fear, you're in Cali? All right, let's link. Gotta link with all my Cali folk while I'm there. Gotta link with all my Cali folk. Somebody was like, do a meetup. I'm like, Told y'all about the very troubling experience I had at the last one. Had to meet with a FBI agent. They gave me a doll, and I was like, she touched me here. One of those situations. So I don't know if a full-fledged meetup is going to be in order, but I'll certainly link up with some cool people while I'm there. We need a tank top brand called Spark and Safety. Right. Did you get a package deal or is it individual based? I plead the fifth. I don't know if I'm allowed to give details. Danny, is that question answerable or? I plead the fifth. What part of Cali will you be in? I haven't even planned it yet. Why? What part are you in? Lincoln meetup is the same to me. I mean, kind of like individually, not like, hey, I'll be at this location. You all come through. It's like, no. We'll go to CC. We'll go to CJ. We'll go to GG. Maybe me, CC, and GG will meet. I know them, though. I've met them in person. Well, I haven't met CC in person, but might as well say I have. But putting a location that people I haven't even talked to know about, no. Not doing that no more. We're going to need hand raisers next time because shit got weird for a little bit. Just with one individual. Everybody else was cool. One person, though, was fucking stranger danger out that bitch. Stranger danger. Huh? Not dealing with that anymore. Not not doing that again. Kiana, is that someone in the chat, or are you making a reference? Because I don't get it. Oh, okay. I kept referencing like it felt like it was a Selena situation. But I didn't know the woman who killed Selena was named Yolanda. Didn't know that. That's why I needed Maya there to protect me. Because Maya, you're 5'10", right? Definitely needed one of those. I don't know if you saw everybody else in the picture. Quite the small crew. So, you and Danny could have definitely, jumped her real quick. Hit her with the elbow. You can do your headbutt maneuver. You can try that out. You're 5'8". I thought you were 5'10". Why did I get 5? I keep getting people's heights wrong. And I feel like y'all are gaslighting me. I thought Sale was 6'1". Sale's probably 5'8". 5'7", 5'8". And I could have swore you said you were 5'10". I'm 5'9". My forehead is out of commission. You've been using it so much. I told you stop. And save the forehead for when I need it. I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not going to because you're in a relationship. But it was about to come out. No filter in this live. I saw you, Sabrina. You look really short. You're like 5 foot. Hannah's height. That's how you know you have like comedic instinct. Because me not saying what I wanted to say, it's uncomfortable for me not saying. I feel discomfort not letting that out. It's the weirdest sensation. 4'11.5". I mean, you could just hit 5 feet tall, love. You didn't have to put and a half. What are we doing? 5 feet tall. Right. A little short. A little cutie patootie. A little cutie patootie. Now you know how I feel. I was actually uncomfortable. I was like, what is this? And say, oh, I didn't say what I wanted to say. I got big hair, so 5'2" with the hair. Hey, Eva, you need to feel the discomfort. You be wilding. Me and Eva are the same. When we get tired, our filter, you think we don't have a filter in regular life. Partially true. But the shit that I want to say is way wilder. When I get tired, though, I'm no longer responsible. I am no longer responsible for what leaves these lips. Am I you the same way? Is it a neurodivergent thing? I don't know. I blame everything on ADHD. Then we mob pod tonight. What we doing? More than likely needed to be said at that point, right? You 5 foot? Cool. I normally dated women who are around like 5'7". Something about that 7. Height or 5'7", age 27. very weird how that works. I'm 5'9". Somebody send a message. Also, if y'all want coaching, DM me the word coach. I forgot to pitch my services. Not the best at that. 31 for a woman too old. Is 31 too old to marry? Why am I fucking up this sentence? Is 31 for a woman too old to marry? No. Why? Why do you think it is? There's plenty of people in their 30s, older than that, who get married. Still look good in your 30s. This ain't the 90s. When motherfuckers hit 30 and it's game over. We got sunscreen now, you know? People look good in their 30s. Now, be about 40. Might be time to rush things a bit. That's what I've been told recently. Well, are you like a chronic smoker or a drinker? Because that changes things a bit. You hitting them Newports? Black & Milds? Taking shots? That'll age you. I certainly would. That'll get the job done. They say black don't crack. Well, I beg to differ. Depends on the black lifestyle. Because some black be cracking like a motherfucker. It depends. All you need is a couple of years of Newports and a missing side tooth, and this shit look getting shaky. It get dicey real quick for you. Double taking sudden concern. I'm genuinely concerned. And not so much from the 40+ crowd. People look good in their 40s too. I'm just saying, like, that's like you're going to age a little bit in your 40s. Like, you're not going to look. No one's going to mistake you for 20 something. You can be mistaken for 20 something in your 30s. You're 40. People just being nice. People are just being nice at that point. You can still look good though. You don't want to look young. You want to look good. You know, I heard a woman on, I forgot her name, some other creator. She was like, you're not trying to look young. Cause then you look goofy when you're trying to look young. You just want to look good for whatever age you look, or whatever age you are. I thought it was a good reframe. A lot of people try to look young. It's not necessary. Just look good. You look good at 70. My grandmother looks great. She's 80. Now, you can tell she's a senior, but she looks good to be that age. You don't like being short? Bebe's not short. Bebe came to Dallas. Everyone thinks I'm in my 40s. How old are you? Baby, how tall are you? I would like 5'5", 5'6". You're 57, 88? Nice. So I think you're in your 40s? You must be doing something right. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. I like to be on whatever Bernice Burgos is on. I've heard that name before. There's an image in mind. I don't know if that's the right person though. So attractive black woman, right? 5'5", okay. You ever look at somebody and kind of like gauge how they're going to age? I do that shit. Yeah, that's the most shallow thing that I do. I don't think I would deal with you if I felt like you're going to age horribly. Can't do it. You kind of see the process and you're like, I can see how that's going to turn out. No, thank you. I got too many gray hairs. I only have like two, bro. And they're on the sides. Like I don't really get any right here. It's like there's one over here and there's one over here. It's not even noticeable. People think I dye my shit. I'm like, I don't give a singular fuck about a gray hair. Not a singular fuck. I got a lot, Eva. I look at this beard every single day. I have two. Dos. Maybe four. Yeah, like I'm not on camera right now. Where they at? It's just noticeable. A little salt and pepper seasons the entree, right? Eva up here capping. What are you capping for, Eva? Let's talk about your gray hairs. I seen a few too, Eva. Huh? Your mouth was duct tape. I snuck into your room. She has 8 right here. One is above her lip. Oh, I took the wig off while you were asleep. You're a hard sleeper. You got to get that checked because you should have felt me take your wig off. But I did see under there. It was quite a few. When you woke up, you didn't see that the wig was backwards? You didn't question why it was backwards? Because I'm sure I put it back on incorrectly. Not that experienced. Not that experienced, my love. Speaking of my love, have y'all seen what? My homeboy is married to a white woman. When I tell you the pet names they use is outrageous. Outrageous pet names. I'm more of a babe and boo person. They say shit like sugar cup and honey. Honey's a weird one. Snoring is like white noise to me. Not to me. You ain't heard Eva snore either. You're thinking of someone who snores like lightly. That ain't what Eva is. I don't like honey. Honey is weird to me. I don't like honey. Hannah used to be called Sugarfoot. Yep. I can't say whether or not she liked it, but she certainly was called that before. I wanted to call a man Bear once. Why? As a pet name? I think you're taking the word pet a bit too literally. Why are you calling him Bear? Bear. Interesting. I don't know if I can get along with Bear. Can't be calling him Bear after the movie Obsession. I didn't see Obsession. I know it was good, but I don't do horror movies like that. It's not my thing. Not my cup of tea. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest. You know what that means. Time to head out. So, if you're new here, make sure to follow. I go live twice a day. I'll be live again tomorrow at noon Eastern time. Maybe a little earlier than that. I gotta pick my son up. But what else? DM me the word coach if you want coaching. extending bear like that, okay, I'm with you there. But like bear, like that, I can't do that. I don't like that. But like the elongated bear, I can see that. I can see that now. You must call me bear when you see me. On that note, though, appreciate the mods, appreciate the chat. I will see you all tomorrow. Y'all take care.